Hey guys, Tim here. So just got home from work. It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we've got a trip planned to head into the city where my mother-in-law lives for a get-together. And one of the things she has been wanting since we've started the farmstead is to get a handful of chickens for eggs of her own. And she lives in town, not city limits, right outside of town in a little subdivision, so they can't have roosters or anything. So what we're going to do, I am walking around trying to scavenge as much wood and wire and all as I can. I'm going to try to build her a little chicken tractor with a nesting coop in it. That will hold 2 or 3 chickens and still be portable enough for her to pull around her backyard. Utilize them not only for eggs, but to be able to move them around in different spots and let them deflower the ground and tear up the grass and get it all fertilized and ready for some planting when she gets ready to do some gardening in the spring. So right now I've come up with about 13 2x4s poured off of a demo project. Got a handful of 2x3 wire, some chicken wire, what we used to call rabbit wire, so utility mesh, box of hinges, nails, stuff you just find lying around a farm after you've done a few projects. We're going to see if we can't turn them into a chicken tractor, and I will keep you posted as I go from step to step. It won't be a full do-it-yourself because it should be simple enough that as you see it through its phases, you can kind of figure out what we got going on. But that's the project for today. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so phase 1 is done. It's the basic box on the bottom. What I did, I went 6 foot long on the 2x4s. And I took a set of 2x4s and cut them 75 inches, leaving 3 inches for the outside boards to get a total run of 4 foot there. And our risers are 24 inches. So we got 2 foot deep chicken run, 6x4. We're building it for 2 hens, but that should give 24 square feet. So at 3, that'll give them 8 square foot on the ground, plus the room inside the hut itself. So it should be plenty for a backyard hutch. And the fact that it's going to be built as lightweight as possible and portable, we'll put some wheels on it, make a tractor out of it, so they can keep getting new green up underneath them. That's where we're at now. Stay nice and self-explanatory. Next step will be to come right in here, put a cross beam and a couple of braces to hold up a floor, and we'll build our foundation for our little roost on top there, and that'll be the next segment. In the meantime, say hello to Lurch. Hi, Lurch. Lurch is still here. All right, so this is what we got now. We've added 3 of the walls to the hutch part. I've pre-cut where the access door from the back will be. Got a hole in the bottom. We're going to try to get the ramp clear enough. I will put something up under the braces so that when we are moving this as a tractor, it won't drag the ground. And once we get all that into place, we will construct the front wall and the roof braces and put a tin roof on it. And then everything else will get wire. May do some modifications with the roof to extend it out a little bit further. Haven't decided on that yet, but that's where we're at right now. 2 nesting boxes in place with the divider, and yeah, trying to keep the weight down. It's going to get a good coat of paint since we're using the wafer board flooring stuff here. That's what I had on hand. I don't really like using that on a exterior type stuff, but with good bit of paint and the roof overhang to protect it some, it should last for years, and that's all we need right now. So I'll give you the next update in 3, 2, 1. All right, so we got the interior of the box fixed, 2 nesting boxes in place, bottom hole entry with the ramp, we will put the little grip slats on so they can walk up it easier, because it's kind of slick right now. It's just a 1/4 inch plywood. And so for the front, got that piece of plywood there cut. And for the rooftop, what we're going to do is I've got some scrap roofing cover right there. We're going to give approximately 3 inches off the back, just enough to protect the wood off the side. This will get painted to help protect that wafer board. And since we're using thin materials for the roofing, keep it as light as possible for moving around, I've just cut some 1/4 inch plywood strips, approximately 4 inches wide, and we'll put that up there like that. And then I've got a final piece of that thin 1/4 inch to go over top of it, which we will attach these two, and that's what I will show you next. Alright, phase 2 is complete. Did not go with 4 of these. I went with 3 because I wanted one in the center where the 2 plastic roofing panels will overlap, to give me something a little more solid there. And turns out it only leaves probably about 22 inches in between each, so it's not like it's going to be flimsy. Went ahead and pulled my measurements for my egg access panel. I don't know if you can see it, but I've pre-cut that with the skill saw. I'll trim the rest of it out with the jigsaw. Roofing panel will go on next. We cut a little sliver window. This will be protected by the roof, not big enough for chickens to get out, but it would allow plenty of light inside the box so that they can traverse it back and forth without having to cross in the darkness. So now it's roof time. Alright, so we got the roof on. 1/4 inch layer. Top with the white galvanized roofing there. Screwed in. Couple extra braces here so the screws aren't sticking out so long, give it some extra strength. And now for the paint. Alright, y'all, first coat of paint is done. We're going to let this dry. I've got to go buy some hinges for the doors and then get prepared to start sticking some wire in place. I think it's looking pretty good. What do y'all think? Alright, so we are almost finished. It's what we have done since the last clip. We've added little traction runners. I've added 2 crossbars, which is simply a 2x4 I've ripped a long way, so they're basically 2x1.5s now. I've got the wraparound wire. We went with the 2x3 fencing wire, just cut it down to 24 inches. I know it's a subdivision, not a whole lot of predators, but there are some dogs in the neighborhood, so I figured to make it as tight as possible. We added the extra support here for the front door, which will give us access to the inside of the little run for changing the water bottle and all out. So the only thing left to do, and I used some old cabinet hinges that I robbed from inside the house in the remodel, and that opens and closes. Simple storm door latch. Finished cutting the holes out for the access panels there. We're going to put knobs, latches, and hinges on them. And finally, there will be a PVC feeder made and installed, and all of that will be in the final reveal video, which we will show you in just a second. 3, 2, 1, fade to black. And we're back. So, got all the wire in place now. Everything tacked down all nice and neat. It's been a long day, a lot of work. But we got the doors cut. Found those old cabinet hinges. Put them on, little screen door type latches right here. Forgive the shadow, like I said, it's been a long day. Simple cabinet knob to allow you to open it. Now guys, I will give you a hint here, a couple things. If there's nothing catching it, if you do this cutout type door, which a lot of hutch isn't all used. You've probably already used them before, so you probably discovered this on your own. When you go to push it in, if there's nothing to catch it, so what I've got is a 2x4 block here screwed into the back to give it a catch lip. And another big hint, cut the top edge at a 45, bevel it in, and it'll close right up, won't catch. So we're gonna do some touch-up paint and get it on the truck and get it delivered. So, construction site is still a mess, but the chicken pen is done and is loaded up on the truck, ready for its drive out a couple hours toward the city. We've also got the cage. Story with this is, oh, I forgot to mention this PVC pipe on the end. Let me get out of the way. There we go. Cap on the top, 3-inch pipe, approximately 4 foot long. 90-degree street elbow at the bottom, followed by a 45 that I have cut the lip out of for easier access. That's the chicken feeder. Pop the cap off, fill it full of feed, do the gravity feed down, and keep it out of the weather. And it's completely accessible from the outside. So I did that, forgot to mention it. But story of this is my wife's mother's been out here several times. In fact, she's helped a lot in getting everything ready to move in. But she's really enjoyed being out here on the little farm. And she's really gotten interested in what we're doing, homesteading. Now, she does live right at the edge of a fairly nice sized city. But she is county, so she can't have a few chickens. So we've helped her out. She's going to do raised bed gardens, 5-gallon bucket gardens, just whatever she can in a small spot. She's got maybe 1/10 of an acre, I don't know, but it's tiny, small lot in a subdivision. But we built this for her. She was wondering if there was a way to have chickens, really wishing she could. And my wife had seen these. And we have played with the idea of building a few out here, but just not really practical for what we're doing. At least not yet. We may do it in the future. But she asked me if I'd be willing to build one, and I told her if you help, and she has. She's been a huge help. In fact, she did most of the painting on this and kept my mind straight so I didn't cut the wrong boards 500 times. But that's where we're going. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, since this is a gift for a new urban homesteader, I'm going to keep the camera and we'll film the setup on space, putting the chickens in it, and if she wants to, we'll let her tell you a little bit about why she wanted it. So, going back to black, 3, 2, 1. All right, good morning. It is delivery day. So not only do we have a portable coop up, we've also got the chickens. 3 young hens should be starting to lay within the next month or so, I would think. But we are going to get on the road, headed in town. Alright, so here we are in the urban world. We've got the coop unloaded, got it moved into the place in the backyard. We've actually already put the chickens in it. I'm going to show you the setup here. Not bad at all. And there's the girls. Nesting boxes are full of hay now. Let's see how long it takes them to figure out how to get up in there. But yeah, I do believe they like it. All right, ladies, what you think? All in all, not too bad. Trip well worth it. All right, so we got it in, and we're gonna let Baby see it set up, and y'all can watch.
All right,
this is Sarah and Baby.
oh my gosh! Oh, how cute! Oh my gosh! Look at it! Oh my god, I love you! Yeah. So here's an access door right there. This is an automatic feeder, so you just put it in here. Oh my gosh! Go eat it. This is where you get the eggs. This is their nesting boxes. I'm going ahead and throw some hay in there for you. And they'll both do. I have some pine straw. That's fine. I brought some pine straw to the bag in the front yard. And then where do they sleep? Right here. Oh, so they don't sleep in a nesting box?
No, they'll sleep wherever they want. They're chickens. But we did put a perch in.
And they'll all sleep up there? Yeah. Or on there?
So what you think? Does that work for you?
Yes, that works for me.
All right.
It. Yeah. This is cute.
But there it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna let them have at it. We are going to finish up this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Share this video. Notifications will get you a notification anytime I post a new one. Get more content. We're trying to do more and more of it. Trying to grow the channel, so help us out if you like what we're doing. And visit us on Facebook, Second Wind Farmstead, and same with our YouTube channel, which you're watching now. In the meantime, y'all have a great day. Tim out.